Yeah, are we on?
Yes.
Oh, we're on. Yeah, this is Herman Cain.
Woo. Can I turn my headset down?
Yeah, it's loud, ain't it?
A little loud.
Every time,
like it.
every time I see Herman Cain, I can't stop talking like Herman Cain. Yeah, I did Herman Cain. I got the Godfather pizza out of Cheyenne. I'm the brother who got the shot. Yeah, I'm the brother with the pizza. I ran for president last cycle. I'm not the brother who separated the fucking heads. That's the other motherfucker. You know, again, I was pointing. Anthony Bose is here, by the way, the great Anthony Bose.
Hello.
And we're going to write the book. We're being nocturnal. We're being like true artists, like the Movable Feast in Paris in the 1920s. We're not bound by a clock. We're just up all night at the cafes of Paris, writing "The Sun Also Sets and Rises," whatever the fuck the name is.
Yes.
But
Hemingway.
yeah, we're working on my our third book. Our third book together, third bestseller as far as I'm concerned.
It's on.
Yep. And so Ant comes over, we shoot out a podcast, and we do the book. This is what a fantastic life I've landed in. I mean, I'm sure my kidneys are going to fail. But I got to tell you, I think God is letting the last couple of years be listen, nothing but a blast. The only negative is I'm not living with a hot blonde. I'm living with Dan.
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
I
there's
love
still
Dan.
time.
Dan's allergies are acting up. Dan, are you okay?
I've got unbelievable migraine. I can barely see.
Why are you
Pollen
going to do
count
Dan,
is
why
high.
are you doing
I'm
this?
fine.
Why are you doing this? Don't do it then.
I see 2 Anthony Boses.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now you're talking wonderful. now I sign me up for that illness.
Maybe we can do the podcast and the book at the same time.
Well, Dan, now you're bitching. Now I'm guilty. Of course you throw that in there. Now what?
What?
Now I can't goof on you.
Are you taking any medication, Dan?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
What kind?
Yeah. What? So you guys can steal it later? No way.
Steal what later? What, does it get you high?
No.
Well, why would we steal it?
No,
I don't know
I'm
what the fuck you're talking about. What are you talking about?
He
Well,
just-
what
he
did that-
said- he said-
What did that joke mean? I insist you tell me what that joke meant.
Because he said it. He said, "What kind of medication you taking with like a sinister?"
Me?
No, he just meant he was goofing. He said, are you
My
taking-
dad's a doctor.
He
I
was
don't
saying,
know.
"Is it jizz?"
I got allergies too. I
was a
might be
gay
able to
joke.
help, yeah. I mean, Artie would need to take like the whole, Dwayne Reed's worth of any sort of
Exactly.
to get an effect at this
Dwayne,
point.
I have to take Dwayne Allman Reed. How's that for quick? Come on. Dwayne Allman Reed. That's what I go to. That's the kind of place the aspirin makes you get in a motorcycle accident. You're so fucked up you get in a motorcycle accident from the aspirin. Dwayne Allman Reed. Leave your mind alone, just get high. Oh.
Your sinuses would definitely be cleared then.
Sounded clear. Oh God, they were playing the Allmans. What a great fucking band. They were playing "Ain't Wasting Time No More" on vinyl. The last episode of Vinyl had a sequence with the song "Ain't Wasting Time No More." That's my favorite Allmans tune.
Dude, it's the best.
It really is. That might be my favorite Allmans tune. I've seen them live a bunch of times. I saw them live at the New Orleans Jazz Fest, 1996. Shaka Khan and Fish opened for them.
Fucking A.
A very heavy set Shaka Khan. But, and all those Fish heads who followed Fish. And again, I wanted to do a documentary. It was me and Orlando Jones and a couple of broads, these makeup broads that we met when we went there to shoot an episode of Mad TV during Mardi Gras. A couple of months earlier, we met these cute makeup broads who were friends with Trent Reznor, who lived in So Reznor was their neighbor, and I met Reznor, and
was he living in the Garden District in the house that used to be a funeral home?
is that what he was actually?
Yep.
Yeah, because it was in that district. It was 2 blocks from the festival, which was in a big park.
Yep.
And I met him, and holy Christ, the weed! Holy shit!
Yep. I was in that house. I did,
You were? Did you write something on him?
Yep, Rolling Stone cover and spent a little time there. And
By the way, a background on Bozo, real interesting guy, Anthony. He's in my life, and people just know in my world that he wrote my books. But Anthony was a writer for Rolling Stone, did a big feature on Eminem that put him on the map, and interesting story. So what happened? Tell us story.
with the Reznor story?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great, man. Well, I went down.
We're out of time.
Yeah.
No, this was great about a podcast. Go ahead.
I know. I just was in that house. I know the place you're talking about. And
Yeah.
he did seem to know. I mean, he knew like every cute girl in town.
Okay, these chicks did makeup on our. They used all local people, And I did meet with one of the most fascinating scumbag characters, a second AD, a local second AD, second assistant director from New Orleans. He would try to pick up every broad, whether it's an extra on the shoot, a makeup assistant, whatever. And a second AD has to constantly be in contact with the set and you. He's like the liaison between like the actors and the set and the makeup people, whatever. He tells you when you got to be there. So he's always got to be on mic, on the walkie-talkies. So he had one of those things that was on your shoulder, like you spoke into the mic on your shoulder, like cops have, So he would always be listening because he had to, but he would try to pick up chicks while he was listening, and every once in a while he had to interrupt the chick to say something into the mic, and it would make him look like a phony, because he wasn't really into the chicks, He would say stuff like, I want to know about your hopes, your dreams, his acting, your copy. Really? So your mom got sick and you decided as a tribute to her, you were going to get into acting. That's a copy. As a tribute to her. He's in makeup. He'll be right out. As a tribute to your dad or your mom, I'm sorry. And is it your dad who's black? Oh, no. Oh, that's not you. That's the other one. I'm sorry. Is your friend around? The cute one? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, that is so unbelievable. That's cut for lunch. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was like watching a jazz musician, again, like Bob Uecker with the cough mic. And these chicks would fall for it because, these ADs, if they had a good rap, and he was not a good-looking guy, holy shit. But a lot of these guys, if they're good looking, they have a smooth rap where, they tell these chicks they make believe they have more power than they do. And they have some power. Like they have enough power to get you to, 10 feet from the makeup trailer and take a picture of it. That's about it. But if they're friends with an actor, like a lot of times I've had these guys, crew guys go, hey, Art, can you meet this chick? I'm trying to fuck her. And I'm like, well, why can't I fuck her? Can I fuck the chick I got to meet? Then I meet the chick and I go, all right, you fuck her. I would call her a key grip 8.
Ooh. Go with God.
Yeah, you're a third AD 9.
Jeez.
You're a best boy 7. The crew love that rhetoric. Oh, look, here's celebrities, by the way, who will leave the country if Trump gets elected. You ready? Miley Cyrus, bye.
Thanks.
Lena Dunham, of course, bye. Oh. Sam Jackson, come on, Sam. I want to think you're cool, dude. Why are you being such a fruit? I want to think you're cool. Sam Jackson is so fucking cool. You really going to leave the country? Shut up. Shut up.
Where would he go, you think?
I don't know what. He's not going. Believe me, he's not going anywhere. Sam Jackson, come on, unbelievably talented guy, but there's luck in everything. The day he got his first break, his story, by the way, he was broke, living in New York, and he's got that limp, that weird walk.
Right.
He was going to auditions, and nothing was happening. He was in his late 30s. It took a while for him to make it. He started later in life. Now, again, I say all this. I am such a fan of Sam fucking Jackson. The guy is just. His work in about 10 movies, especially, Tarantino. To me, the way Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon did Neil Simon, he does Tarantino. It's like he writes it for him.
Yeah.
It's
a bad motherfucker.
Exactly. It's the take my wallet out of there. Which one's yours? The one that says bad motherfucker on it.
That's my favorite. So good.
Now, tell that bitch to be cool. We're going to be like Fonzie. And what is Fonzie? Cool. Correctamundo. Anybody else, you'd find that dialogue sickening. But he's so great. And, yeah. You sending the wolf? Why don't you say so, motherfucker? That's cool in the gang, baby. And Jackie Brown. I just saw him in Jackie Brown. He's so great in that.
So good.
Yeah, him and De Niro. You saw Max motherfucking Cherry in the stove, and you didn't think to tell me? Well, it was something that was a little weird. I saw well, you saw Max motherfucking Cherry. And if you didn't think to tell me, well, I don't know. I didn't think anything at the time. You saw your imam parole officer in the fucking store. And you didn't think to tell me that. What happened to, I'll call her Sherry. I forget the name. What happened to Sherry? Bridget Fonda. What happened to Sherry? Well, I shot her. You shot her? Why? She wouldn't shut the fuck up. She would not shut up. She was really pushing my buttons. I said, shut up. I go, I know the bitch, but I told you to smack her. She'll shut up. You could have just smacked her. You got to shoot her? Yeah, I shot her. Is she dead? I'm pretty sure. What do you mean, pretty sure? Is she dead? Where'd you shoot the bitch? I shot her in the parking lot. No, I know the fucking. I said, where? Like, well, in the chest. How many times? I shot her twice in the chest. She's dead. I've done it. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm positive she's dead. You sure? Yeah. All right. Good. Anyone but that bitch. We do not want her coming back to life and talking to the cops. Anybody but that bitch. Anybody but that bitch. He's real sentimental. Well, you shot her. Why? She wouldn't shut up. She wouldn't shut the fuck up. And that's sometimes broads don't shut up. They don't shut up.
True.
I got into a Twitter fight today with this broad, Angela. Yeah, I'm going to give her attention right now. She's going to come because that's all she wants. I like Angela. She's a loyal friend. Someone told me that Angela steals the podcast. And, I was going to have her come up here because she was, we laughed about something on Twitter. I said, I want you to come up if you're such a fan. And then the story unfolds. Gino has a hard-on for Dan. I don't know what Gino's problem is. Gino is mentally ill. Gino Bisconti. Mentally ill. A funny guy. I've been friends with him for a long time. He doesn't have the balls to fight with me. He thinks we're keeping him off the podcast. We've been friends for 20 years. I don't know why he doesn't have the balls to bring it up to me. So he takes it out on Dan. He thinks Dan doesn't think he's funny. Dan doesn't make those decisions. And quite frankly, Dan doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. Gino. So I guess Gino knows his broad Angela. And, one person out of nowhere goes, I miss Gino. Gino should be on the show every day, yeah? How's that thread going? How's that thread going?
They get a lot of likes.
Yeah, no. Gino should be on the show every day. Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? So I defend Dan. I said, fucking, I'm not going to let this bitch. The bitch, right? I'm sorry I didn't say that. Politically correct days, this woman. But it goes to my point with the chick De Niro shoots and with Bridget Fonda. She wouldn't shut up. It goes to my point.
Melanie. Is it Melanie?
I guess it's Melanie.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It just came to me.
But Melanie, yeah.
He was.
And you shot Melanie. Why? She wouldn't shut up. I know the bitch don't shut up. I know she wouldn't shut up.
I told her to take her to the beach.
Exactly. and in the movie, De Niro's either going to punch her in the face, and I don't advocate any of that. It's like Sam Kinison said. I don't condone hitting women. I understand it. So something's going to happen. You go, what'd you lose your car? What, you can't find your car? What's the matter? You can't find your car? Shut up. You really have to stop talking. De Niro's like, you really have to stop. When an ex-con who's guilty of one murder says that, you shut up. But women don't shut up. She was a cute woman, and that she thinks that's her pass. She's a cute woman. She thinks that's her pass. It's God's pass for me to be the most annoying cunt on the planet. No, some people are crazy. And to shoot you. Okay, you really have to. De Niro's so funny. You really have to stop talking.
In broad daylight.
Yeah, you really have to stop talking. Stop talking. Okay. Oh, why? Well, why should I stop talking? I'm not going to stop talking. Would you lose the car? Okay. I'm telling you, woman, please. It's going to be bad if you don't stop talking. Okay. And you know what, Danny? Before the end of this podcast, we have to Google Sean Connery talking to Barbara Walters. Remember that thing where he
about hating women or something?
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he said, and Barbara Walters tries to get him to backpedal, and it's so funny because he doesn't back off. You said somewhere that it's okay to hit a woman sometimes. What I said was, sometimes with a woman, you give them every opportunity to end the conversation. You even say, you win, you're right. And they don't stop. They go over the line. Okay. Again,
amen.
I don't condone any of this, but it's just funny. Okay, so Angela, when you hear the name Angela on Twitter, think Melanie and Jackie Brown. Here's what happened. Okay, so I said, Angela, in the nicest way on Twitter, I said, do you steal the podcast? I'm giving you an opportunity. She goes, no. Then a bunch of people on Twitter whose opinion I respect, Monica, all these people, said, no, Archie doesn't steal it, and she got proof. I said, you know what, that's all I need. I don't need any proof. I apologize for bringing it up. Angela, you're welcome. It just really pissed me off because this is work. You're stealing my money. We're having fun. It doesn't sound like work, but this is work. And she goes, thank you. Bygones be bygones. But no. She's a woman. And by her picture, looks like a cute woman. Okay? Which gives her the pass, the Melanie and Jackie Brown pass, we'll call it. to keep. Okay, she's been exonerated publicly. Not enough for her. So after a couple of weeks goes by, she texts Dan and goes, "Just want to make sure Artie still knows I'm not. I don't steal a podcast." And Dan, what did you do? You did something she wasn't satisfied with. She claims that you said, "No, you're a liar."
No, that's not true at all.
I believe you.
Yeah.
She claims that she showed you stuff and you said it's not good enough or whatever.
No.
Okay. I believe you there. Yeah. But let's go for the purpose of the story. She construed it to where you called her a liar somehow. Privately, okay?
Right.
Okay. Publicly, everyone thinks she's not a liar, but a maniac who needs attention goes on Twitter and goes, "How dare you call me a liar?" And now everyone knows it. Yeah, because you just told them. Publicly, I said you weren't. And now you misinterpreted the answer. Now you're saying, how dare your number one man call me a liar? First of all, I don't have a number one man. Dan and I work together. Number one man. And I go, so I defend Dan because I see her slowly, and Gino comes into it too. I hate Dan, love Gino. What? Okay. You're very, very, very transparent, sweetie. You don't sound like the brightest bulb in Gino's harem. So, and again, I like her too. But so I said, fuck it, I'm not going to let her get away with that. I'm going to defend Dan. I'm going, what's your problem with Dan? You're barking up the wrong tree. I love Dan. No, how dare he call me a liar? Everyone thinks that because you're telling him, because you want attention. That's all you crave is attention. So we go back and forth, and finally I go, listen. I do the Nero thing. Okay, let's just stop. Okay, let's stop. I go, you win. Everything's fine. Let's bygones be bygones. I'm sorry I yelled. You're not a liar, though. Again, publicly, you're not a liar, okay? I figured she's going to go, okay, you're right, blah, blah, blah. No, she goes, okay, but listen, 2 weeks after Dan told me, oh, my God, she won't shut up. She won't shut up. And I said, and I texted, I go, you are unbelievable. Fight with yourself. I'm done. Then, of course, she gets upset. She might not be on the podcast. Oh, I'm sorry, Artie. Can we, bygones? No, I'm done. I'm over it. Fight with yourself. Oh, this is what happens to women. So, in other words, again, here's the analogy. After I said everything's cool, if she came back and said, but here's the thing, if I had the gun, I would have shot her. If me and her were in the parking lot and not on Twitter, like Melanie and Jackie Brown, I would have went, and I would have said to Gino, I shot her. Oh, God. What do you mean you shot her? I shot her, Gino. Well, here's the thing, man. And Gino would have done crowd work on me. You could have just called her a steamy cunt like I call everybody in the front row my act. That wasn't good enough. No, I had to shoot her. I had to shoot Angela. Okay, Angie, you just got a 10-minute segment on the show. Yeah, when you're done coming, call it. I'm sure you and Gino are at a cafe. One thing I know for sure, if you and Gino do date, you're paying. Gino's welcome anytime. We break balls like friends. What is his problem? I know the guy 20 years. Now it's like Pesci in Casino. I know this fucking guy 20 years. I'm going to whack him over abroad. I know this guy fucking 20 years. I'm going to fucking whack him because you say he's a liar? Fuck you dingy broad. She's going to go back. I'm telling you, this Angela's going to go back to Gino and make a fucking beef. She's going to make a fucking beef. Who's this guy? Okay. Who the fuck is this
People
guy?
can see you holding your hand in front of your mouth. It's so funny.
She's going to go back to Kansas, make a fucking beef with Gino. I don't fucking need this. I don't need it. She says that Dan called her a liar. She says she doesn't steal the fucking podcast. And, you cut to me going back to Kansas.
And
the bosses are like, the bosses of the podcast are like, is she stealing a fucking? Is she stealing the Jews podcast?
Is she stealing the show?
Is she stealing the Jews podcast? She can't steal the Jews podcast. Casino's so great. Is she fucking the Jew's wife? Oh, it's so fucking great.
I have the Sean Connery clip if you want.
Okay, here's Sean Connery explaining to Barbara Dickface. What's great about this clip was political correctness was just coming in, and Sean Connery is immune to it. You're talking to James fucking Bond, sweetie. The James Bond. Dr. No. Dr. No, honey. You're a cunt. All right, about women, and just think about what I just said, and think about the greatest actor ever. Go ahead.
Interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand.
Good point.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so smug. She's so smug. Watch.
My opinion.
You haven't?
No.
Wait, go
You
back.
think it's
I'm
good
sorry.
to
Go back.
slap
Go
a
back.
woman?
Go back to what
Yeah.
he says. That's the best part. Listen
I
to what
would
he
love
says.
that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad,
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
Or what would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They want to have the last word, and you give them the last word.
The last
but they're
tweet.
not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
So much truth.
Did you hear that, Dan? Huh? That sound effect?
No, somebody else added it on the YouTube
Oh,
clip.
it was on YouTube. Play that again. It's so great. I'm
just
gonna
so-
try. I'm gonna try to be quiet throughout.
He's
But
just so honest.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
True.
I haven't changed my opinion.
Me
That's when
neither.
you have FU money
Yeah.
and a bunch of film offers from Mel Gibson.
You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad,
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
Or what would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
Or what would...
That's so great.
Wow.
Again, all you maniacs out there, don't hit your woman. Don't never touch her. You should never touch a woman out of her. But my point is, this is what we're doing is called an edgy bit. I mean, Bill Clinton. How many times has Hillary just asked, "Did you fuck her?" Donald Trump, he might know something about Bill Clinton that Hillary doesn't know he knows. And Bill Clinton might be sweating a brick right now. They hung out quite a bit together. And Donald Trump keeps going, I know, look, she doesn't want to go against me. So, they might have a conversation like Hillary Clinton's like, what does he know, Bill? What the fuck does he know? Well, remember, he invited me to Mar-a-Lago. You were in India, straightening out some foreign affair thing with John Kerry. Remember that? Yeah. Yeah. We might have went on a boat that might have had some, I don't know. Some of the secretaries from his organization might have been. Yeah. And, well, nothing. I mean, nothing. I spoke to the lovely woman. Nice people. Nothing happened. Well, some people might. If somebody tells you I disappeared on below deck with 2 or 3 of them, and they came out with their makeup smeared, they're lying. You know that, right? You believe me, right? Why would I believe you? Give me one example in our history why I would believe you. Well, you've been wrong a couple of times. When was I wrong? Well, remember you told me that you thought that I had sex with that woman by the pool when we were in Tampa and I was campaigning. Yes, I thought you thought I had sexual intercourse with that woman. Yeah. Remember, it was only a blowjob. That's your example? I'm going to go get a bite to eat with our daughter. What else does he know? Well, remember we went to his wedding at the Plaza Hotel? Yeah. The Plaza Hotel has hotel rooms. Yeah, it's a hotel. Yeah. Remember, you were doing the hokey pokey dance on the. You put your right foot in, you put your left foot in. Yeah, weren't you behind me? Well, most of the time I wasn't. Remember, I said I had to go to the bathroom. Yeah, and it's very confusing to find the bathrooms. Remember, sometimes it could take 4 hours.
It's a big hotel.
Right. Remember that guy told us it could take a person 4 hours to find the men's room? No, I don't recall that. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, if anybody tells you that instead of trying to find the bathroom, I went to a room on the 3rd floor that marked Chamber of Secrets. And it was me and a couple of flight attendants. And, yeah, they're lying if they tell you that. Definitely lying. About what? Well, I'm saying you of course you believe me, right? Why would I believe you? I'm going to have lunch with our daughter and her husband. What does he know, Bill? He keeps saying he knows something. What does he know? So there's Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, the Tampa boat. Yeah, the Tampa boat. Yeah. His wedding. Yeah. What else does he? Well, remember remember the golf tournament, his charity for that. Yeah, that was actually for your charity, the battered women. Oh, yeah. You thanked me for giving my time, right? Remember, I gave more than an hour. I gave actually a full weekend of my time, and you thought that was very generous of me. Yeah. Well, they actually, some of the female assistants of the golf pros, they were also there for the full weekend because they're very charitable. We were looking to raise as much money as we could for your cause, for battered women. Yeah. So what are you telling me? Well, I'm saying if somebody tells you that I was with those assistants in some of the rooms at the golf courses near a hotel. Yeah, I believe it's a Marriott. Yeah. The Marriott has rooms with some are double beds. So sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can only get a single room with one bed. You were 20 minutes from our house in Westchester. Well, I don't want to drink and drive. You haven't driven yourself in 43 years. Yeah. I'm going to have lunch with our daughter. What does he know? Clinton, listen, I'm kidding around, but Trump, he might have 40 of those stories.
There's got to be.
They hung out together. They went to, what was that thing, that one billionaire that took them all to islands?
Yeah.
There was a guy who bribed, was it that Burkle guy or the guy the New York Post blackmailed?
Yeah.
One of those guys would take like all these rich, powerful politicians just to some island, and it was supposed to be hedonism, And Trump was on those lists, and a lot of presidential candidates. What does he know, Bill? Remember the time that I went to Sandals in Bermuda for remember it was your charity. Remember, for the Cancer Association.
It was all inclusive.
Yeah, it was all inclusive. Yeah. You remember that? Yeah. Well, again, we had the private jet. I know we could have come right home, but you've heard that sometimes private jets have female pilots. Yeah. Women can have any job now. I actually fought for that, for female pilots. Yeah. Well, this was actually a co-pilot as well. It was female. Yeah. And, it's called a cockpit. Right? Well, we were kidding. We were joking. Like the innuendos, like a double entendre of cockpit and my cock. And, not my cock, but, well, we were kidding. My cock didn't have to come out. We were talking about a cockpit and women. And I don't get the joke. Well, you don't have a great sense of humor. What happened? Well, we got there, and me and Mr. Trump were there, and Mr. Trump, that asshole that's ruining your life. Hitler, Hitler. Yes. Well, the female pilots had a couple of friends who were also not men. And they said, "Hey, why don't you tell our friends the cockpit joke?" And it was just a joke, and we were on an island, and I don't know. It was a big storm. No, the planes couldn't get out, and if a lot of them actually admitted if a male pilot were here, they would have known what to do, but they were new female pilots. Yeah, what happened? Well, I just stayed over. If somebody tells you that I didn't go to bed early, got in my pajamas and fell asleep by myself, and got up early, did my exercises, and got on a plane, if someone tells you I didn't do that, they're lying. What would they tell me, Bill? Well, if they tell you that, there weren't as many rooms available as needed, like lifeboats in the Titanic. And much like the Titanic, a lot of women were going down in the lifeboat. Cockpit. These were all jokes we were making. Yeah, very funny. Oh, I'm sorry. It's important to add that these were just jokes. So nothing happened? Yeah, I mean, some people might say, from a distance, I look like somebody else. You've said this before, that from a distance, I look like Harrison Ford. I don't recall ever saying that. No. Oh, no, maybe that was Monica. I'm sorry. Well, I'm saying if somebody says that from a distance, I was, I bent one of the female pilots over the boat and had sexual intercourse with her anus. I want you to know that could have been Harrison Ford, and might have been because he was there on a couple of occasions. So you want me to believe that a woman mistook Harrison Ford for you? Bending over a female pilot and having sex with her anus. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to have lunch with our daughter. Get ready. Get ready for Trump Clinton 2016. It's going to get great. Oh, it's going to get great. Right? I mean, how...
It's going to be a cage match.
Oh.
Going to be ugly.
Like what I'm talking about is the reason what I'm doing is so funny is because it's real. It could be the truth.
Yeah,
that conversation could be happening right now. Yeah, you look great in that Star Trek suit, sweetie. Your ass doesn't look big at all. I'd get a bigger. Do you have a white leather overcoat? Something that looks like something Himmler would wear, or Goebbels. yeah, like a white version of Goebbels' propaganda suit. If you have she should, she can't hear it, she's going to fair. She's going to fascist for the State of the Union. She's the Gutter Snipe SS route. Yeah. Remember, well, there's nothing else he could say, so everything's fine.
But that's what you think. He's got a dossier.
Well, he says that.
I know. Yeah, I know.
He says, look, I was with the man. My way, he keeps bringing up his wedding. His wedding was at the Plaza. And you think Bill Clinton, he doesn't get a little antsy? I think Bill Clinton gets a little squirrely with the pussy that must have been at that fucking wedding? Holy shit. Remember, I said a really, really long hello to Juliette Lewis. Remember, Joy Behar had that cute assistant? In other words, the opposite of what Joy Behar looks like.
Or what's Trump's wife's friends? Melania.
Exactly.
Probably a lot of those over there.
Remember Melania? Melania's bridesmaids. Remember those? Yeah. Yeah? What about them? Well, they were big fans of what we did.
Of our administration.
Yeah, they were big fans of our administration. Right? What did they like the most about it? They were big cigar fans. Remember, I was smoking a cigar next to that woman, and she made an off-color joke that you didn't like. Yeah, based on the fact that supposedly you put a cigar in the pussy of a woman in the Oval Office while we were married. Yeah, I'm gonna get a meal with our daughter. They're actually telling Trump that he should be more presidential. This is a guy who supposedly put a cigar in the pussy of a fat chick wearing a beret in the same on the same desk that Eisenhower worked out the fucking plans to end the war. Truman decided to drop the second bomb on Nagasaki, baby. On the same desk where Clinton dropped the second bomb on her fucking fat face. Yeah. Remember Prince, that song Raspberry Beret? Yeah, that's actually about Monica. He secretly wrote. I told Prince that story when we were at Paisley Park. Remember Prince at that Paisley Park party? Yeah. The one I couldn't go to? Yeah, it was just guys. It was just me, Prince, and Eddie Murphy, and Rick James. All African Americans? Yeah. We do very well with them. And I told them, a lot of the real story behind the Monica thing. We were just guy talk, And I told them that I had an exotic fruit on a trip to Africa, and it turned your sperm the color of an exotic fruit, like a raspberry. Remember that? Remember they said that? Yeah, I remember the doctor told you that. Yeah, because I was really, I thought I was coming blood on your face. Yeah, right. Yeah, so I got it checked out, and it was actually it looks like a raspberry. Yeah, I remember. I told Prince that story, that, Monica always wore a beret. I remember that clearly, yeah. So put two and two together. Raspberry beret.
Oh.
And if she wasn't a whore, she wouldn't wear much more. Those are the original lyrics. So the song Raspberry Beret is about your cum on Monica Lewinsky's face. Actually, it started on your face. I'm going to take our daughter.
Oh.
Okay, speaking of chicks, I'll get off that bit. Speaking of hot chicks on the campaign trail, Lisa Booth. That's all I'm going to say. Lisa fucking Booth. She is the hottest chick. Political pun. I was a Dana Perino fan for a while. What's the fucking
Perino?
Yeah, Dana Perino fan.
Now it's all Booth, huh?
Just Google Lisa Booth. Do yourself a favor. The other night, the town hall they had where they took the Kasich, that team up, Cruz and Kasich, that was big. Kasich disappeared. But anyway, she was one of the political analysts, and everything she said was so obvious and dumb. She made no good points. But she had a skirt that was hiked up and her legs were crossed, and she's got a perfect face, and you could see her ass, like you could see, like she had her legs crossed, and you could see up her crack, up her fucking crack. Oh, raspberry beret, and these guys just desperately trying to ignore it. That's when you need Anderson Cooper to be the moderator.
Stay on topic.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper would be fine.
What's her background? Has she been doing this?
Oh, I don't know. Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
I just look at her face. Lisa Booth, founder and president. Let me laugh. Wait. Of High Noon Strategies. What the fuck does that mean? Has extensive experience in political communications, working with Fortune 500 companies, and navigating crisis situations. Yeah, whatever.
I bet you have a few crisis situations where
she put the ISIS in crisis. She's a frequent guest on the Fox News channel, where she says nothing. She actually said that, she goes, if Donald Trump sweeps tomorrow night and then wins Indiana, there's a good chance he's going to be the candidate.
Wow.
Really? Okay, wow.
Wow, I had no idea.
Then Bill Hemmer actually went, great point. Let's go to commercial.
He's such a tool.
Okay, here's this other chick, this black chick, Ebony, this half-black chick with the chick with the white features. Oh, get off, you hag. There's Monica Crowley. Get the fuck off, you hag. You know a chick's ugly if after her name it says PhD.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Monica Crowley is on right now with this smoking hot, she's got white features. Her name's Ebony.
What does that mean?
Her name's Ebony. You know what it means. Her name's Ebony. And she's another Fox political consultant. Where did they get these chicks? White chicks, black chicks, chink chicks, everything. Oh, my. And then Monica Crowley with the matronly arms. Get out of here. I feel like Ozzy. Monica Crowley, cover your face. We want to see the half blotto chick. You look like Nancy Grace. Monica Crowley. You got a PhD. Monica Crowley. That means you're ugly. Bill O'Reilly. Looks like he wants to bang you. He's old and irrelevant. And I want to see the half black chick. I just made that up. Speaking of making up songs, okay. So Ted Cruz announces Carly Fia fucking Rena, that condescending gutter snipe fucking lead-faced bitch who ran. I know her because of Dan. Dan has this hatred for people. You know, like that secret gay anger for women, I guess.
Oh, stop.
He got so mad. The first time she was on Bill Maher, and she comes on, I didn't know who she was. You know, I'm straight. But Dan knew who she was. And I as soon as she comes on screen, Dan's in the living room. It's just me and him. He goes, "Fuck you, you fucking cunt." I go, Dan, what do you hate her for? She ran Hewlett Packard into the ground, blah, blah, blah. Lead of 4,000 people. I'm like, who knows that? Why do you know that?
It was in the it was in the papers, and she's run for a couple of political
Everything's
offices.
in the paper, like One Direction's tour dates. That's why you know all of it.
Yeah, okay.
She's ran for everything. Anyway. Yeah, so she did that, but she's a notice. She ran for president. Everybody she talks to, she condescends to. And she does that thing with her head where she turns her head, and as she turns her head, she insults you. The system is rigged. I know it. You know it. The American people know it. And for you, Brett Baer, to defend it is insulting. I know it. You know it. Roger Ailes knows it. Your boss knows it. Bill O'Reilly knows it. I know it. You know it. Bill O'Reilly knows it. I know it. The half black chick knows it. Monica Crowley knows it. Lisa Booth knows it. She's the founder of High Noon Strategies. Asks a lot of important questions. She knows it. I know it. You know it. Chris Christie knows it. I know it. And we imagine her being someone's wife, and can imagine like condescending to that fucking husband, that poor guy. You told me last night at 8:24 that you would take out the garbage. I know it. You know it. The maid knows it. The kids know it. I know it. You know it. But you didn't. You took it out at 8:31. 7 minutes later than you should have. I know it. You know it. The clock knows it. The kids know it. The future of our marriage knows it. So Cruz thinks she's going to get votes. It's over.
How long do you think she'd be married to? How long do you think she would be Mrs. Sean Connery?
Yeah, never.
As long as it takes to put steak on two black eyes. There's time with a woman. Here's the thing, Barbara. Yeah, give a woman just a certain amount of time. And you know that's even bullshit. Like, you know. Sean, we're late. Sean, can you come to my sister's birthday party? Sorry, I gave you enough time to think about asking me that question. And you shouldn't have. Yeah. So what is she going to do? Nothing. But she okay, so here's whoever doesn't get douche chills and sick to their stomach watching this shit. Ted Cruz in his opening, his 4-hour fucking, because he loves the sound of his minor bird voice, that fucking egomaniac, 4-hour opening where he introduces her, says that she loves to sing. She loves to sing to our daughters on the bus. She makes up songs for our daughters who are 4 and 2. The only people who could fucking listen to it. And of course, Carly comes out and gives us a little rendition of that song, or one of them that she makes up. Here's Carly Fiorina, the woman who ran Hewlett Packard into the ground, according to Dan. A filthy cunt, according to Dan.
Oh.
Who says, I know it. You know it. Singing the Ted Cruz's kids off the top of her head.
Ted mentioned that it's been 7 weeks since I endorsed him. I voted for him before I ever had a conversation with him about endorsing him.
Dan, of course, plays the hour
and of course,
before
that's
the
what
song.
you all have to do on Tuesday. Vote for him. But good for you. Now you can get a few more to vote. But we've been traveling around the country, and I've come to know Ted and Heidi and Caroline and Catherine. I know two girls that I just adore. I'm so happy I can see them more. 'Cause we travel on the bus all day. We get to play. We get to play. I won't bore you with any more of the song. But they have 4 verses, Caroline and Catherine. Love you, girls.
Wow.
The worst.
Oh man.
The worst. He couldn't even listen to it. No. That's how bad it was.
Artie's gone. That's pretty bad. Do the kids cry?
Oh, she's the worst. She's the absolute worst. Everything that comes out of her mouth is a lie. And for a politician,
Yeah.
Most of them, everything that comes out of their mouths is a lie.
So even for that, it's
yeah,
bad.
she's the worst.
Sheesh.
That was Dan talking, and if you listen very closely, go open up your window, listen very closely, you can hear people canceling subscriptions as Dan speaks. Go back
sure
now.
I'm not
I had to take a
either.
diabetic piss. Go back. I want to hear the song. Can I hear it?
Yeah.
Ted mentioned that it's been 7 weeks since I
You had to go
endorsed
back
him.
to Dan. You can't go.
I voted for him before I ever had a conversation with him about endorsing him. And of course, that's what you all have to do on Tuesday. Vote for him.
Do we not have the technology to go right back to the song?
But
He
good
just
for
laughs
you.
at me.
Now you can get a few more to
Forget it.
vote.
Forget it.
But we've been traveling around the country, and I've come to know Ted and Heidi and Caroline and Catherine.
Christ, Dan.
I know two girls that I just adore. I'm so happy I can see them more.
Oh, my God.
'Cause we travel on the bus all day. We get to play. We get to play. I won't bore you with
Okay.
any more of the song.
You won't bore us.
But they have 4
As that
verses.
kid, as those kids, when they're 14 and they first try heroin, as they tie themselves off, they're gonna close their eyes. They're gonna close their eyes with some, I'm gonna assume a minority drug dealer. Yeah, I think I could be white. I'm sorry. If this were a commercial for anti-drug laws. Last time I saw a white guy break into a house was a commercial for a burglar alarm company. No, I'm kidding. Especially now, there's a lot of white gutter snipes out there. Doesn't discriminate. But as the crew's daughters, God forbid this happens, but if they become heroin addicts, as they tie themselves off, the first thing they're going to see when they close their eyes is Carly Fiorina's face when they were younger, singing that song. We're on the bus all day. Ah! That monster. Trump was right. She looks like a fucking monster. Is Fiorina the name of the fucking guy, the black kid from the Little Rascals too? That's Farina. Fiorina. Yeah, that's what they're going to see. Those two kids, as they fucking rebel against their evangelist father, is Aunt Carly singing songs she made up. We're on the bus all day.
I know two girls that I just adore.
And they're gonna smoke pipe.
I'm so happy I can see them more.
Pack that pipe.
'Cause we travel on the bus all day.
Get out
We
your
get to
works.
play.
Tie
We
yourself
get to
off.
Play. I won't bore you with
Try
any
to
more.
forget I was ever in your life. I'm the big monster woman who was trying to get elected on your backs. I was using you like your disgusting father to try to get elected. So we said we sang to you on the bus. And here's the song I sang. I'm a regular Bob Dylan, aren't I? I'm a regular fucking Ira Gershwin. We're on the bus all day. And
It had a Broadway lilt to it. Yeah.
nighttime shop heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. You alone can make the song so right. Little crew's daughters, help me bring the music of the
Bravo.
Andrew Lloyd Webber. This is Herman Cain. I heard that bitch singing on the bus. This is bullshit.
I know two girls that I just adore. I'm so
Hello,
happy
Jerome.
I can see them more.
It's Angie Cruz. How fast can you get some works over here? I need a full setup. I need 240 pieces. Yeah, I need 240 pieces. Yeah, right. We're having Carly Fiorina flashbacks. Yeah, it's a Gummo Cruz. It's Tippy Cruz. It's Tippy. Yeah, Dan Filato named me after his favorite Brussels Griffon. It's Tippy Cruz. Listen,
Poor Tippy.
Listen, Tippy Cruz and her sister and our two boyfriends. Yeah, our boyfriends. They play for Illinois State. Yeah, they can't shoot. Well, on the court. All right, we need two. Yeah, I need 2 8-balls, a 40 piece. I need a Bunsen burner. The old one broke. Can you get any paraphernalia? Yeah. Where do you want me to go? To Camden? I can get to Camden. Yeah. Well, you know what? He's talking in Philly tonight. Some bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, we're having Fiorina flashbacks. I don't know what FFBs we call them.
I know that I just...
Get out of my head! Oh, yeah, that's what they hear. Play.
I know that I just...
Oh, my God!
I'm so happy I can see them more.
Oh, no!
'Cause
No,
we
please.
travel on the bus all day.
Oh, my
we get
God.
To play. We get to play.
Get in, Carly, out of my head. She's disgusting. She drove you and Packard into the ground. Whoa. Yo, baby, it's me. I got the 40 piece. It's Herman Cain. Now, my point is, like, you know, people talk about stereotypical ethnic voices. Again, the stereotypical voices are always more entertaining. Like I'm Italian. I'll get Joe Pesci in Goodfellas is like, you know, a lot of Italians get offended by that. I'm not. It's great. Some Italians sound like the late Mario Cuomo. Okay, he was smart, great, but boring as hell. Compared to Joe Pesci in Casino going, we got a fucking beef with this guy. Yeah, we got fucking Carly Fiorina singing to my kids. I'm gonna fucking whack her. She's singing. She's making up fucking ridiculous songs to my fucking kids. I'm gonna fucking whack the bitch. I'd rather hear the stereotypical Italian. It's more fun. Same with black people. Hannity or somebody had on Dr. Ben Carson, the black doctor, who, you know, of course, is a brilliant man. Separated 2 kids at the head. I don't know how their lives got better. Again, he just made a more expensive situation for their parents. Now they had to buy 2 of everything now. Yeah, it used to be 1 TV. Now we had to get another one.
They want 2 different rooms.
Right, exactly. Now they're going to die the same day, just in separate rooms. We got to buy another fucking bed, 2 toothbrushes. Thanks.
Backpacks and
Yeah,
books.
right, exactly. Thanks, Ben. You go off and be president. I'll just everything's double now. So you talk like him, who actually is a little weird too. I mean, again, he always sounds like he just bit into really cold ice cream. Ben Carson, yeah.
Yeah, there's like zero emotion and just like he seems like a theoretical
Yeah,
person.
right. He's a scientist. That's what scientists are like. They're very like, you know, but he's also a religious guy. He's a weird combination. It's weird that a scientist like him, who's a doctor, is that religious.
That's true.
It's an odd combo. He's got faith and he's a scientist. Like he's a scientist who, you know, doesn't believe in evolution.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's weird. Although if you're watching Inherit the Wind, the classic play, that, you know, that's what Clarence Darrow argued. That's why that thing was so brilliant, that Monkey Scopes trial, that the book and the play Inherit the Wind and the movie. Spencer Tracy plays Darrow. Frederick March plays the other guy. And what Darrow does, it's so fucking brilliant. He convinces these guys in the early turn of the century South, these Bible belters, that both were true. Both could be true. That's how he gets this guy off, the teacher who taught evolution in class. He got arrested for it. That's what that whole trial's about. Teacher was teaching evolution in the South, 1914 or 15. And he gets arrested because that was against the law. You had to teach, you know, God created the earth in 6 fucking days. So Darrow, this intellectual from, I think, Chicago, goes down there, or somewhere in the North, goes down there, and his argument is fucking brilliant. He goes, okay, he's got the other lawyer on the fucking on the bench, and he's cross-examining him. And on the stand, and he says to the guy, "Okay, you know, God says He created the earth in 6 days. Okay, how long was a day back then? Does He specify? Was it 24-hour day? Did God start at 9? Did He take lunch at noon? Could a day have been a year long? Could a day have been 10 years long?" And the guy's like, maybe it could have been. So Darrow basically said it was 6 days, but 6 days to God back then could have been a million years. He argued that each day to God was thousands of years long. And that's how both were right. And he got the guy off. How fucking brilliant is that? Did a little show him a shiny nickel over here and get down over here. And what happened was the guy did get convicted, but the judge and everybody was so convinced by Darrow's argument that he only charged him $1. He said, "You find $1, no jail time, you can leave." And Darrow made sure the guy could get out of jail and wouldn't cost him any money. But he also said, "We're not taking the deal. I want to appeal it." And he appealed it all the way to the Supreme Court. He goes, "Because $1 or any fine admits guilt, and I don't want this guy to be guilty." Like, in other words, he wanted to say, look, it's important we teach evolution in the schools. And the teacher thought it was important enough, too, to where he said, "I'll be the scapegoat. You could use me, and we'll go on to the Supreme Court." And they argued it all the way to the Supreme Court. Pretty cool shit.
Yeah.
And, Ted Cruz, I think, doesn't even buy that. I think he believes the 6-day thing. I think he believes God took a lunch at 12 o'clock. And that's how backwards we're going. And he thinks homosexuals are sick and they can be cured. That makes you unelectable.
God does the 40-hour work week.
Well, yeah, that's basically what, I think Ted Cruz, he's going back before the Monkey Scopes trial. And Ben Carson is a rare example of a scientist. If you're a doctor who separates kids, you're a scientist who also believes God took a lunch at noon. But Herman Cain is the other black guy, and he's the guy you want to hear talk. He's the Joe Pesci. Did Herman Cain. So Hannity did the thing of he lets Ben Carson talk, and then Mr. Cain, of course you were ever president. I've been listening to this brother talk. This nigga's crazy. Did the nigga to separate motherfuckers at the head? That's some crazy. Why would you do that? Why you gonna do that for? Brother gets into medical school. What's he do with it? Separates a couple of heads. My wife's had the flu for 6 weeks. Well, fix that bitch. Got 2 kids joined at the head. What now? Okay, we're separate. Now what, man? You gonna run for president? That's great. What we gonna do? We gotta buy 2 hats. You gonna pay for the hats? No. Neither the government, no Barack Obama, no. I will pay for the 2 hats. And you're telling everybody, you know what I did? I did something for the people, something black people could appreciate. I opened up a pizzeria. I didn't separate heads. I separated a Sicilian from a regular slice. That's right. Godfather pizza. Herman Cain. I got a pizza recipe, and I said, what's Italian? Godfather. I had a brainstorm with the other brothers in my neighborhood. I said, what's Italian? The guy goes, consigliere. I said, nigga, shut up. Consigliere. I said, consigliere ain't bad, but Janko was Italian, but Tom Hagen wasn't even Italian. He was German-Irish. Remember my Kraut McFriend? You don't even know the fucking movie. Consigliere could be the name of our sub shop, but we gotta get the pizzeria off the fucking ground. So I'm saying Godfather, nigga, Godfather. How crazy are you, motherfuckers? So we started Godfather Pizza, went through the fucking roof. And I had a little problem with the missus because, well, tell you what, a lot of young women in the neighborhood wanted a job of slitting slices. And I said, well, only one way to get that job, baby. My name's Cain. Are you able? If you know what I'm saying.
Nice.
If you know what I'm saying. I'll teach you how to melt mozzarella all over your face. You want some extra? As that motherfucker with the radio Raheem saying, dude right time. Extra cheese at $2. And as I was pulling out, I said, how about some extra mozzarella on that motherfucker? That's what Radio Raheem said. Extra cheese at $2. These brothers is crazy. This is Herman Kasich. I want you Kasich eat. This motherfucker eating like a madman. Shoving shit in his mouth. Look like my wife at our fucking wedding reception. Bitch looked like fucking Lola Falana in an episode of Love Boat when we got married. By the end of the reception, the bitch looked like goddamn, Damon Dash. Not Stacey Dash, Damon Dash. Big fat gutter snipe. She went in there looking like Lola Falana. She come out like CeeLo Green.
Oh, God.
I said, bitch, you look like CeeLo Green. Doctor, Mr. Cain, this is Hanley. We got, fuck you, we ain't taking no break now. I'm on a roll here. Dr. Ben Carson has to leave. What do I care? What, a couple of kids got their heads stuck together? Well, what's his big, I thought he retired. Well, what's Carson's big rush? What, two kids got their heads glued together or some shit? Give me some hot water and a spatula. I'll get them kids out. They're going to be brain dead anyway. I thought, well, how come no one asked me to be their vice president? Mitt Romney. Hey, Mitt Romney, brother, you can hook a brother up? What's the nigga got to do? Separate two heads? I'll open a pizzeria in the ghetto, motherfucker. That's more impressive than fucking getting two heads. Take a crowbar. Nigga took a crowbar, took two heads out. I opened up I had a Sicilian deal. Right now I'm with that dumbass cousin of mine. We're trying to work on his consigliere deal. We're working on wop sandwiches without papers. Now I know that's Rick. I know that's racist, but it really flows off the tongue. Wop. How about Dago delicious? Let go of my Dago. That's my new thing for breakfast. We got waffle. Yeah, waffles. Let go of my Dago.
Breakfast pizza.
Yeah.
Why not?
Breakfast pizza. Yeah. And if you can get over your uptight racist bullshit, how many times I got to deal with the N-word, motherfucker? You gonna deal with this? Let go of my Dago. In a way, it's positive. Like you're taking my Italian friend to jail for being Italian. You're stereotyping that he's in the mafia or some shit. And I'm like, no. When the cops pulling away my friend, we'll call him Antonio Angiolini Mozzarella Salsiccia. That's my Italian friend, Angelo Salsiccia. Salsiccia red pepper. And I said, let go of my Dago. I said to the cop, let go of my Dago. We got Mexicans and wetbacks coming across the border, jammed in Chevys like circus clowns and little Volkswagens. But as soon as some Negroes come floating by, sorry, all filled, no more room at the inn. What you think would happen in 1492 if them Native Americans sent somebody after me, that wop Columbus in the harbor, and said, this ain't no new world, motherfucker. We've been here for years. Why don't you get your goofy, greasy, Isabella-loving, fucking motherfucking pizza-making ass out my country? Yeah. Take a look at you take a walk in Texas and Detroit, and you're going to kick a brother out of here. Yeah, so we out of time. What you mean, Hanley? I haven't even got to the issues. I've got some pertinent issues. Lying Ted Cruz like a motherfucker. I'm done with that bit. No, but Lion Ted Cruz, I thought of a great thing, Dan. Ed Torian is Trump's vice president.
Oh, that's great.
And he gives Lion Ted Cruz a lie detector because it's Lion Ed Cruz. You know who Ed Torian is, Ant?
No.
He's a guy who did all of our lie detector tests when we had him on Howard. Like we'd ask a hot model if she fucked a black guy or something, we would have a guy do a lie detector.
Nice.
He came in with the machine.
Right.
And he was such a character. I loved him. His name was Ed Torian, but he seemed uneducated. He was so funny. Not great at his craft, but he was so funny. Yeah, it's me, Ed Torian. Yeah, listen, Gary, I got a shit. I got here a little late. Can I set up the machine? Can I use Howard's bathroom? I need Howard's private bathroom. It's Ed Torian. I just got to take a shit. I'm a big Jet fan. Okay, we'll ask some questions here. Amaruso, did the Italian broad call you a nigga? She's being deceptive. I don't know. You guys are crazy. Did you ever get a chick to give you a hot a Dutch oven? Are you attracted to me, Ed Torian? Would you ever have sex with Howard Stern? Would you ever put 2 digits in your ass? She said yes, she would do that. She's fucking crazy. You guys are crazy. I love Artie. He's crazy. Artie's my man. All right. Okay, Ted Cruz. Is it true you were born in this country? He wasn't born here. I don't know. He wasn't born here. Yeah. Is Ben Carson in the race? He says he's in the race. He's not. You're being deceptive. Did you tell Dr. Ben Carson that he was out of the race?
I do remember this guy. Yeah. I forgot his name.
Did you tell? Wait. Did you tell the voters of Iowa that Ben Carson had went home and was out of the race? I don't know. He's being deceptive, Howard. You told him that, yeah? Did your wife ever had sex with a colored guy, a black guy? Is your wife attracted to Howard Stern? Is it true your father was Lee Harvey Oswald's? Is it true your father was the guy who shot from the grassy knoll? He's being deceptive. Howard, according to my figures, wait, let me get my figures. Wait. You had a big piece of paper all. Okay. Here's my results. The first model definitely had sex with a colored guy. The other chick is attracted to me and you. Oh, no, wait, just you. I'm sorry. Let's see. Artie's definitely high this morning. Let me just check this other stuff. And, this other chick had 1 digit in her ass, never 2. I tell you, I believe her. You guys are crazy, but I believe her. I do believe her. Amoruso claims that Italian broad called her a nigga 3 times. The Italian chick said she never did. I'm believing the Italian chick. Based on nothing except I'm racist. And let's see. Ted Cruz is not a citizen of this country. And Ben Carson did drop out of Iowa and went home. And Ted Cruz's wife, let's see, she thought she was marrying Tom Cruise first, and then Ted came out. That makes no sense. Carly Fiorina is currently singing to 2 children she's never met before on the corner of 38th Street and 7th. We're 2 kids on 7th Avenue. A girl is singing to us we never met who is creeping us out. And she's gonna make us drug addicts by the time we're 26.
I know 2 girls that I just adore.
Oh, God, listen to this bitch.
I'm so happy I can see them more.
God damn.
'Cause we
What the
travel
fuck?
on the bus all day.
Where's Aretha Franklin when you need
her? We get to play. I won't bore you.
Holy shit. You ain't exactly Mavis Staples, are you, bitch? That is one untalented motherfucker. I have never been more turned off to something attached to a pussy in my life. How dried up must her pussy be? Holy shit. Let's see if Ben Carson can separate her pussy from her leg.
Oh, man.
Looking at her, I tell you what you can't separate is the cum from my dick. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. Hannity's over. Guess what's on right now? Megyn Kelly. Oh, yeah. Megyn Kelly knows where her bread is buttered. Look at the people behind Ted Cruz. Where do they find these motherfuckers? I mean, you can't get some black folk behind there. It's nothing but white broads who look half retarded. I tell you what, though, sweetie, can you melt some cheese on a fucking piece of bread? Throw some ketchup on that motherfucker? That's all pizza is, bitch. Megyn Kelly, that's right, baby. How'd you like some coffee and the cream? If you know what I'm saying. Yeah. 39% for Trump in Indiana. Ted Cruz at 33. John Kasich, 19. By the way, John Kasich has a brother who basically looks like if Bill Wyman never went into the Rolling Stones and was a pirate fan.
He does. Long hair. He's,
yeah. No character at all. Fuck Ed Torian, fuck Herman Cain. Okay, we have to be serious. John Kasich, the guy who's technically running for president, has a brother How recent is this picture? Oh my God, it's got to be recent. He's wearing a big Ben Roethlisberger jersey. He's wearing a number 7 Steelers shirt and a Pittsburgh Pirate baseball hat. He looks like, I mean, what I just said, he looks like Patti Smith if she was 30 years older and had AIDS and was a big Pittsburgh sports fan. That's what I mean. Am I wrong? He looks like he looks like Patti Smith. He looks like Patti Smith.
Or like Geddy Lee's weird
Geddy Lee
or something.
Geddy Lee just stopped dyeing his hair.
Looks more like Patti Smith. Did they like lock him away in an attic or something?
It looks like Cousin Id if he shaved his face. If Cousin Id shaved his face and became a Kasich brother.
Roadie for Deep Purple.
That's what he looks like. Yeah, my brother's a roadie for DP. What's the problem? Terrible. That's disgusting. This Herman Cain. Listen, my brother's embarrassing, but not that bad. Holy living shit.
What was the deal though? Weren't they sort of like I don't know? Didn't they not get along?
They were
haven't talked
estranged.
for years, right? Yeah. Sorry. Thanks.
Over their parents' inheritance.
It sounds like your
estate.
Dan, is that going to happen with you and your brother?
No.
Well, Dan, I mean, don't let that come between your brother. Dan, we found out, for sure Dan's getting a bunch of money.
There's no money.
Dan, okay, fine. You're getting a bunch of cash. Don't let that come between you and your brother. Do not. Honestly, you don't want that to happen.
Does your brother look like the cases?
No, he does not.
All right. I'm going to take a break and have a cigarette. How long have we been talking for?
An hour and 10 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
I tell you, we're doing the craziest mother.
Flying along.
What did I do in the beginning? I went off on a tangent on what?
What did we talk?
I kept talking about something. I couldn't stop doing some voice.
Sam Jackson started with
Right.
that.
Oh,
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Clinton.
Yeah. I tell you what. All right, we got to take a break.
That's right. Your worst nightmare. Dan alone with the microphone.
Editor's note, how creepy was Dan in the last 5 seconds?
Artie and Anthony went to get something to eat, and they decided to sit a while and start writing. So they wanted me to wrap it up. Thanks for listening. We will see you tomorrow.